Red Bull, Maned Wolf. Oh, here we are. Plop against someone whose name I can't say. Solaufein. But let's just have a quick look at their decks first of all. If it would let me. Copy that. Alright. Whose is this deck? This is Plop. They're playing on Slutsk West. We've got Plop game 1. And he is playing 20th Panzer. Where are they? Where are they? There we go. On Maverick. Alright, yep, fairly common division. Pretty strong. Got a bit of everything. 8 guerrillas in B. My god. He's bringing in his machine guns not in the horse, which is a mistake because, yeah, much faster. And he's double vetted all his MGs as well. No Flampanzer. Panzer IV. Panzer IV for a bit of long range damage, although it doesn't have that long range damage. And on Slutsk West, which one is that? I'm not quite sure why he's picked these. We shall see, we shall see. T-34's looking good, planes looking good. Yeah, fairly decent looking deck, nothing wrong here. It's quite light in the A phase, there's just Ostrupen and the Panzergrenadiers and Panzerfaust. And there's nothing more CQC in B. 32 infantry in here, seems a little bit excessive. I'd personally go for a Sturm Pioneer in A myself. Anyway, let's go and have a look at what his opponent has. And his name is Solaufein. And playing a division that I'm kind of fond of. 122nd. Dude. I'm not even try and spell that. Where is it? Where are they? Where are they? Whoa, I saw them. Here we go. And he's on balanced. Kevars and snipers in the recon. Fairly standard stuff again. Kevars particularly useful, I think. Really good for sneaking around the back lines. They can pretty much handle themselves when you bump into anyone as well, as long as they don't have a flame or a Molotov. Nice units in B phase. The Sumo, how do you say that? Sumo Posted. Sturm Grenadier as well. He's got Sturm Grenadier in A as well. So these are fairly decent for close quarter combat. Pioneers at 1 star. Again, I personally wouldn't put any veterancy on these at all because it doesn't really affect the TNT too much. But looking pretty good, and I would tend to take these in as well. They're very nice. Only 7-man squad, but the AT rifle is extremely useful. And you've got the TNT on them as well if you get into close quarters combat. So pretty useful unit all round, I would say. Other than that, what have we got? The standard Stug 4 in B, that's what I would do too. And he's gone for 12 of these in C. I'd personally go for 9 myself. Better double vetted. The Krups to handle anything in A, oh in B, sorry. He's put, why has he put it at 1 star? I guess because he doesn't think he's going to need more, but if you're going to put them in B, you may as well bring 4. He's not got any of the light AT guns in A phase. I think these are pretty useful for the start of the game. But actually in this division you don't get the fastest transport, so fair enough. You do have the anti-tank rifles and Shreks to deal with things if need be. He's gone for a lot of artillery in C phase, which again, this is Division 5, so I don't think this is going to come off for him by the looks of it. He's really focused into a longer game, but there's a 50-minute time limit. But we shall see, we shall see. Alright, let's just get into the game. I'll just blank out the screen so as not to give anything away. 1 second. You You can have a picture of a badger for a while. Right, where are we? Yeah, I have seen the name Plop around a bit. I've not seen the other guy's name, as far as I can recall. But yeah, it does help if you're new to the game. Go into the Discord, get some advice whenever you can. It will help a lot. Oh, this is Slots West. I was thinking of the other map. Anyway, nearly there. Nearly there. Okay, just about set up now. And here we are on Slutsk West. I thought this one was east for some reason. Yeah, as this is Division 5, I may as well go through the maps a little bit for those who are not too familiar. Yeah, this map, there tends to be a pretty big clash here. Most people would say that the blue side is the weakest, and I would agree generally speaking, but it does depend, because it's so easy to kind of get to these two flags. They're right near the front, and also if you manage to push your opponent out of this area here, it can cause havoc because you start to cut off the reinforcement road, so that can be very problematic. On the flip side, if you're on the blue side, it's probably a good idea to rush and try and get through into the town and give a presence in this area and onto the hill here if you can. You can also rush through into here. If you drop down some smoke, you can rush some units into this area and threaten this flag early on. But you have to play much more aggressive in the early game on the blue side, I would say. Whereas red side, you can be a bit more passive at the start of the game. Also, from blue side, you can sneak around this area, come down through here, and take this town right at the start. But obviously, it's very difficult to reinforce that area. I think is it on pause? Nope. Yeah, I would say in general this map is split into two main focal points. This area here and this area here. That tends to be where the fight goes on the most. From the red side, it's really good to set up AA defense onto here. Right, so many reasons why this side is better. Plus on this hill you can get good line of sight down into the valley area here and do a lot of work. Whereas blue side, the problem from here is if you've got 2k range, you can only cover up to around about here. But you have to sort of put some units in the edge of the forest here and try and hold on to this flag if you can. Whereas red side, you get some ersatz or whatever. Just bring some units out here and you can snipe this flag quite easily. And as we've got 20th Panzer up against 122nd. 122nd, you don't really have the long range armour on them, but you do have the Krups. I would expect to see, oh yes, in the south, yeah, Boyta Stalin coming out. Help protect this area, protect this flag. If you just pop him around here somewhere, should do pretty fine back here. There's always a threat of some side shots from AT weapons here if he starts moving around and pointing in the wrong direction. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Dying. How are you feeling now? Yeah, feeling extremely weak today. I done the best projectile vomit of my life last night. It was impressive. Oh, hello. Hi, demonic. Yeah, worse for wear today. Food poisoning. Whose fault is that? Food poisoning? It was your shrimp. It's definitely your shrimp. Yeah, it was good. I give myself an internal workout though, because when I was throwing up, like all my, the muscles in the back are hurting now. So I was like, give myself a nice workout. They're just casting a Division 5 game here at the moment, because I might just do this and do the second game, then maybe I might play a game, but then I'm just gonna, yeah, maybe lie down for a bit. We shall see. There's a tribe actually in, where is it? I think it's in Papua New Guinea, or it might be in the Amazon, where they wake up every morning and they basically drink a poison and then force themselves to vomit it up. Every morning they do this. And these guys are all ripped and they all look really healthy. It's true. What? What? Your hair clip. Why do you always ask me where your hair clip is? I don't know. Where you put it? Behind the water thing, I think I saw it actually. Have I paused this? Wait a minute. Let me just check a minute. I think I've put this on pause because I'm an idiot. Oh no, should have just taken a long time setting up. Let's just fast forward it a bit. Oh, here we are. Alright, we are up and we are running. So, a huge amount of units coming from Solaufein. I don't know how to say that name, apologies for that. Solaufein, I guess it's Solaufein. I much prefer 122nd Division, it's one of my favourites. It's good fun. And he is making an advance for the town in the north. Yeah, Plop I know is a fairly new player, so I've no idea who's going to win this one. But with the Maverick, he could have a good advantage on this side especially. Panzer 3L's coming in, Pack 40 coming in. Flak 37mm. Ostrupen can show some inexperience here, not bringing the flamers in. Where his opponent looks like he knows a bit more what he's doing. He's really rushed into the town here. Nice hard rush. Instantly putting the pressure onto Plop. Sternpioneer and Flammenwerfer into his forest. They should mop up these Ostrupen really quickly. He's going to secure the extra flag. In the town, looking fairly good here. So the Latils sat back, waiting for any transports that are coming in. The Panzer IV and the Stug is going to not quite coming down the road yet, but he will be able to deal with this Panzer IV. No AT weapons on either side in this area as of yet. I'm just interested to just see a grenadier on the hill there. Quite often from blue side, a good thing to do is to rush into here like with a flamer. It's like 15 points. You can like sometimes gain this flag or cause an annoyance when your opponent doesn't know what's back there. If you also get a Shrek in there too and any ammo, you can snipe that. So it's always worth thinking about that kind of thing. You know, Plop invested in some early armor. The Panzer III is going to get taken down by the Pack 40. Just sat in the open, not doing a hell of a lot here. It's now firing onto the transports. He's managed to pick off these transports as well. And the Pack 40 is going to start opening fire on the Panzer III. On the Starling as well soon, but it's going to bounce from the Starling unless he's directing his fire onto the Panzer III. He's not, so he's just going to keep bouncing this guy all day long. Bounce again. He should be aiming for the Panzer III really, because he can kill that. There's no way he can kill the Starling from here. Plop trying to engage the Stug now. Nice pen there, but it's probably going to go down. Oh, transmission damage on a Boyce Starling. JU87 coming in, trying to get rid of that pack. Probably not going to do. Oh, just about going to get it off by the looks of it. Nice takedown there. Plop definitely needed that. He has been pushed off his own flag in the town as well now. But he has gained the flag in the north, so he's just one flag down at the moment. Pioneer Sturm Grenadier coming into the forest in the northern region. That will be able to deal with this Ostroupen very easily. Doesn't look like Solaufein is at all bothered about the northern region here. Transmission damage on a Boyce Starling, not fantastic, so it's going to be a bit slower. Doesn't look like it's taken too much damage though, just had a crit on it. But might be worth moving it back a little bit further, because yeah, it can take damage from here. The Stug gets taken down. The heavy armor dominating at the moment. Panzergrens are not going to have much fun against the Sturm Pioneer. Another bombing run or some mortar fire into here would do the job of clearing this out, and the Panzergren can come in and surrender them. Just depends on whether he noticed what was in there. And we're back to a 12-12. Plop has managed to move into the town into the north. And remember, he is on the Maverick, so he wants to make his main push like in B phase. Being Maverick against balance, it's sometimes useful to get a bit of a tick going in A phase, but it's not that important. You can be ticked down throughout the entire of A, and you can just really push it back into B. Yeah, and the Panzergrens are going to go down here against 3 Flamers. Not much luck there. Marder 2 is out now. It's going to take down the Panzer 3L. What can it do to the Boyce Starling? It can do it. He's got his APCR turned off, which is good. And he will be able to pen this bad boy. So 160mm frontal armor. So if he turns on the APCR, he's not got it turned on at the moment, and he's gone down anyway. That's like when people say turn off APCR, it's like you need to turn it on against the heavies like this. That's what it's for. It's a really good idea. So unfortunately, he's just needed to micro that a bit better, moving it in and out. Then get a Pack 40 round here as well again. So you got 2 things firing it. You might get a side shot off then. I believe the Pack 40's APCR would be able to do the job as well. Yeah, so he should have engaged at the same time with the Pack 40s onto the Boyce Starling, and it is very slow. It's been damaged, but he's moving it back out of range now, Plop, so they should be relatively safe. The Pack would need to come in here to get under 1,500 meters to get its APCR off. More and more armor coming in from Plot. That's in the north, and Solaufein has decided to reinforce his northerly position. Oh, my head actually feeling a bit clearer now I'm talking. Yeah, both these plays look fairly decent. Okay, it's Division 5, they know what they're doing, not complete noobs. But the amount of armor being used here, it is a bit much, but it's doing the job. This is the thing with the sheer numbers of all this light armor here, you can get rid of the packs fairly effectively by doing this. Like, you might lose a tank, but the packs are worth like 60 points, so these guys are worth around about the same kind of area. Yeah, 35, 40, yeah, so if you lose a tank to 1 pack, that's a decent enough trade. Solaufein has moved his infantry down off the hill. I'm not quite sure why. I guess just to gain this flag here. He's at a 1410 now. But being out in the open like this, and we're not quite getting into B phase yet, but once we do, you expect to see a guerrilla come right out here and it'll be able to get rid of this, no problem whatsoever. I think things are looking fairly good for Plop at the moment. He just needs to keep reinforcing, get ready to make his push in the B phase. He's not trading very effectively at all, losing a lot of armor. But on the flip side, I think Solaufein has lost his packs for next to nothing. I think he's definitely the more experienced player, and he knows this map a little bit better. Plop's struggling to get back in this town properly and have a decent presence here. And needs to unload, not unloaded, so loses lots of infantry and transport there. Disheartened as well, so when the flame is on them, it's not really going to do them much good at all. The Stug 3 sat all the way back here still. I'm surprised he's not moved down the road. So would be able to cut off any reinforcements. The Mad has been doing that already by the looks of it. And now Plop looking for another way to advance through. Looks like he's brought his infantry round here and unloaded. And he's just walking them across the open. And IG-18 does not have eyes on them, so good chance going to get into here. But the actually the MG is probably going to pin him. And in the north here, in this forest, this Ostrupen's close to death. And Solaufein looking pretty good. I thought I could smell egg. Ju-87 going down to the Focke-Wulf. Not a big surprise there. Yeah, Ju-87's fairly decent for the points. You need to bring them out early before the opponent's got an AA network up. But they're extremely vulnerable. Quite often you don't get the bombs off. As an early attack weapon, if you bring out a few of them at once, they can do some decent work. And then later on in the game, of course, when you've got more air force, they can do some work then as well, because people don't tend to focus on too much. And here we go. Is the pack going to get a kill now? Not by the looks of it. It's going to get pinned and destroyed. Now this is Plop's opportunity. We're into phase B now. These flamers, I think at this point he should probably just be reinforcing some infantry into this area and just unloading them. Getting eyes on the infantry into here if he can. And yeah, using his mortar. Here we go. The mortar's pinning down the flamers there. So Plop's going to move in now. In the north, he's barely got a hold on over here, but if you can really break him in the south, this could be really good. Take this flag, take the hill. Can get 3 flags here fairly effectively. It's just down to 13-11 now. And Plop bringing in more tanks. I'm not quite sure why he's doing this. And we see 2 Krupps coming out from Solaufein. This could be the one. Where are they going? Here and here. I would expect one to come into here, to be honest. You can just nip out. Pick off this Boyster Stalin. That is the main threat at the moment. It's really hard to get rid of that. Panzer 3L's advancing too far forward, and I reckon the Schreck's going to take care of both of those if Plop does not watch more carefully. Yeah, doing this, I'm saying this is a mistake, because I would be wanting to bring infantry into here to get this flag as well. Oh, he is keeping them out of range of the forest. If Solaufein does notice this, though, he could move these up just a little bit more, and probably ought to snipe this tank at least. The Krupp's coming in now. The Boyster Stalin's going to be killed fairly soon, I would say. But you need flags at this point. It's 14-10 again. He's not managing to get back into the town here. And here comes the Krupp. He's going to really struggle taking that down. He's taken 2 tanks down already. There's the 3rd. Or almost. And the Krupp is now probably going to lay into the Boyster Stalin if he's not careful. I think all of his armor is going to go down here. And we could very well see Solaufein just completely overrunning him at this point. It's lost too much armor in a sense, so this Boris Salin cannot stand up to the Pack 43. And there you go, he's gone down. Even if he could stand up to this one, the second one will come in and finish him. So heavy loss there for Plop. Again, more tanks coming in, no infantry. Really needs the infantry, just drop an infantry around here or around here to get this flag. The guerrilla would be extremely useful here, and yeah, not massively surprisingly, Plop does surrender here. He probably could have gone on for a bit longer. It's worth trying to see what you can do, but fair enough. So particularly quick game there. But Plop, I like his aggression there. Good amount of armor being used, but he just needed more infantry, I feel. Needed something to spot out the AT guns. And Solaufein with a good advance. Alright, anyway, blah blah blah. Now let's have a look at the second game. Whoops, what have I done? Let me just get the deck codes and have a look. And we have for the next one is Anciano. Oh god, it's 78 Sturm with Solaufein up against Plop's first Fallschirmjäger. And Plop has gone for Vanguard and Solaufein is on Maverick, so it should be an interesting one. Let's just get the deck code. Who was this? This is Sol Game 2. Let's have a look, see. Where is he? Alright. So of course the powerhouse of this division is the Schutzen. Really good 13 strength unit, 2 MG42s, really solid. Big Light Pioneers as well, really good CQC unit. Even though you only get 3 of them, they are worth bringing. Big Light Grenadiers, another decent all-round unit. The Sturmschützen, really good in close quarter combat. Again, this division in CQC is particularly strong. Everything does some decent work. He's not opted for any Pioneers though, just the Big Light Pioneers, and that's all. But Ciano, there is a fair bit of CQC combat in here, but he's got the Flamers in A and the Sturm Pioneer in B, so it looks like he's been relying on them more than anything. Some 3 Stugs, and this is something like what I would do. I don't know why he's got these at... I guess actually, yeah, why not bring them at double vet? You get 4 or 3. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Get some triple vet Stug. That'd be really nice. He's got... I think that is a mistake though. He's got 9 of them in C. Then again, actually, Maverick against Vanguard, it does make sense to do that. Just be able to bring in 1 every tick in C phase, so that's fine. Nassau on in here, and we see more Pack 43s. Looks like he's a fan of these things. They are really decent units, these, but they're extremely expensive, extremely vulnerable to enemies' support fire, so you have to protect them, use them in the right opportunity. Usually with these you kind of snipe a piece of heavy armor, then move it out the way as soon as you can. And let's go and have a look at his opponent's deck. Plop on the first Fallschirmjäger, which I would say is a much weaker division. Plop G2. But on this map, let's see what he's got in his deck. Let's see how it works out. So on the Vanguard as well, it's a bit unusual. And the bonus is you do get the Jagdpanzer 4s, which are really good. Personally, you only get 1 card, so I'd go for 3, more than 2. Their frontal arm is really good, the 130mm. They can do some serious damage. Pubchin, always annoying. We've got Pack 43s on this side as well. Nazons on this side as well. So we have very similar divisions in terms of the AT capabilities. But the tank tab, just Tigers, which are pricey. So there's no real cheap arm options for this division. You're kind of relying on your Jagd Panzers as the mainline tanks. At 105 points, a bit expensive. Well, they are extremely cost efficient, but if you want to just bring out something a bit cheaper, like the T-34 or something like that, you don't have that kind of option in this deck. Surprised we don't see the fast mini packs coming out. These are pretty good. They can do some decent work. And we have the Sostruppen, really nice unit. 6 of those rushing in the start can be quite effective. MG42s, cheap fodder units at the start. Got some leaders, Fallschirmjäger as well. He's got 12 in A. I'm not quite sure why. If you're going to do that, I would double vet them in A. And he's got in B 16. Again, I would probably double vet most of my Fallschirmjäger, because you're not likely to be able to afford to bring in this many. But more Grenadiers in C at 20 points. Really nice pick there. Air Force, not a lot going on here. He's only picked the Ju-88 with the 250 500 kilo bombs and the nice fast fighter. LG-42, this is a bane of my life. I hate these things. They do some serious damage. Really good. And he's got a lot of supplies. Probably a bit too much to say the least. Not quite sure why he's brought that many in. Seems a little bit unusual. Could have spent 3 points elsewhere. Possibly on a leader Tiger. Or what are his other options? Yeah, personally I think I would have gone for more air. Maybe BF-109 light bomber. I think that would have been a better option. Oh, these things are pretty tasty. They're a bit more survivable. Anyway, let's get to it. Let me just block out the screen a second. Yeah, Siano is another map which is very much favours one side over the other, I would say. Whereas Slutswesk, it's again, it's yeah, I guess it is pretty damn similar, because you're on both maps, Slutswesk and Siano, you get two flanks right in the centre on one side, so you kind of need to rush in and secure them. But I will just go through this in a moment. Let's just check how long this game is. This one's definitely a longer match. And I think we're up and running already. Yeah, we're off. And yeah, from red side, they say this is easy for blue to come in and capture this quite early if you rush into this town. And it's really hard to get back into this area because of the long range. Whereas for red side, I would tend to try and rush into here, which you can get into here quite effectively to start with some smoke. If you can pressure them out and then block off their reinforcement roll, can be very helpful. But he's gone extremely light in the south. Two Fallschirmjägers in the centre. And just IG-18 and a Grenadier, and they're unloading in strange positions. Looks like Solaufein is quite happy not to push into the town at the start. Often you see Flamer rush down here, and MG rush down here as well, and some AT guns, light AT guns into this area. Tiger coming out from Plop. Really wants to secure this area, so yeah, good move there. Big Light Pioneer. Hopefully, is it going to get sniped? If these unload, they're going to cause havoc in this area. Did they get unloaded? Are they all dead? What's happened? I can't see how many men are left. Oh no, they're going to dominate here. Just needs to move them. IG-18 taking out the armor here. Big Light Pioneers, extremely strong, but he needs to get out of the way, these MG42s. The Tigers are also firing onto him. But he's already at 15-9. Oh, in the south, he's just rushed through. I'm saying this was a really unusual deployment here. Big mistake from Plop. Yeah, with just 2 units forward deploying this far forward, it doesn't make much sense. If you're going this light into the south, you've dropped your IG maybe like here, just to cover this space, and your infantry maybe into the forest here or into here. But 1410 has at least got it back a little bit here. He's managed to gain his flag back, but the big lights are alive and in his back line, so he starts reinforcing into this forest. Could be a big problem for him, could lose a good number of units. And that is very unusual. We see a commander coming out this early in the game from Solaufein. And if he was to push through in the centre here as well, he would overwhelm these quite quickly, I would say. Plop not taking too much of a risk here. He's decided it's better not to unload too far forward, which does make sense. He probably could have got them into here if he knew how to read the front line a bit better. But yeah, this makes sense. Tiger and Beretta coming round now. And Solaufein is making the push into the town at the moment. Big Light Grenadier in their half tracks will be able to take out these Fallschirmjäger as long as you don't get too close to them. There's no other support coming into the centre. Placing a Tiger around this area would be much better, I would say. It needs to support down the road and through to this area. Meanwhile in the north, Big Light Grenadiers did survive and they got through into this forest as well. So Big Light Pioneer might be able to get, if they just move them around a little bit, should get the area of influence here and probably get hold of this flag. Both of them with early commanders. It's quite unusual to see. Tiger at 3-star, but he can't see anything. Pack 40 is moving forward, so he does get eyes onto this Tiger. It's in serious threat of being taken down. But 1410 looking good. Flag right in the centre here. Not really contested by either party. Tiger coming round in the south now. If this Stud gets a side shot to that Tiger, that would be brutal. He does have eyes on it as well, but it's just out of sight. I don't know why he's putting the Tiger into this position. Seems a bit unusual. This needs to move him forward a bit more. But in the centre, the town is falling. An IG-18 has come in here from Plop. Very unusual position to deploy here. It's actually come round the road. Yeah, usually people deploy down this road and then across this place here and unload into here. So Fallschirmjäger, still enough of them alive there, so he's managing to hold on to this flag, but Solaufein not quite taking advantage of this just yet. He's actually reinforcing into the central hill here instead, whereas I think he really should be deploying into the town, moving his big lights forward as well if he can. Do see a leader coming into the centre for Plop. That will help keep these Fallschirmjäger alive. It's always interesting to watch less experienced players play and what they're doing, what they're thinking. Yeah, the most difficult thing I would say for new players, because there's so many maps to learn and like little avenues of attack that you don't know about. As we could see right from the start here, Plop, well, I think he knows what he's doing when he's playing the game. It's just a case of he didn't realise that he can't deploy quite that far forward, because his opponent can rush into him much quicker. MG42 getting eyes onto the Flammenwerfer, really good. Doesn't want to be in the forest against those. And the Tiger's now going to face up against the Stug. Should take it down. Is Solaufein watching this? I guess not. He's going to lose his commander. Oh, he's just starting to pay attention now. Gets him just out the way. He's going to need some kind of heavy AT weapon in here to get rid of this Tiger. Then again, a Stug up close can do it. You see, he has got a pen on him already. Is damaged. The frontal armor is not spectacular on this thing, but it's pretty good. 125mm. Side armor is pretty good as well. 1410 is still going. And we're going to be entering phase B fairly shortly, and then Solaufein's going to have even more advantage in terms of income. But Plop looks fairly secure in the north now. He's managed to clear out the big light pioneers. Sosstruppen have got in there. Oh, Sostrup, sorry. I've got in there. It's going to be hard to dislodge those. So it's looking good over there. This Tiger, as long as he doesn't get it sniped by anything, should be okay. It's a very strange position for the Tiger here, though. You want it more at max range to contest. Like if you put it back, right back here, so it stops any of his armor coming out into this area. Another Tiger up here would be very good as well, to be able to outrange the Stugs and pick them off. We see a Yak Panzer IV coming out, another good option. Will do well against the Stugs. He really does like his armor. Tiger moving round, nice positioning here. Well, if this Stug gets a drop on it, could be fatal for the Tiger. I'm not quite sure what this infantry is doing here. Is he just waiting to make a push at some point? And Ju-88 coming in for a bombing run. I'm imagining onto this forest. Should be able to clear this out. Already 50 kilo bombs, I believe. Oh, and two 500 kilo bombs. Yeah, Fallschirmjäger should do good work over here now. The Stug does go down to the Tiger. Plop is going to have to edge back up here and get this flag back. The Fallschirmjäger can do it. He is moving him forward now. We'll be able to get this flag back and move back to a 12-12. The Stug still causing bother. So aggressive with his commander here. Very risky. The superior infantry are starting to shine through for Plop now, with Fallschirmjägers doing the work. This Stug is still a threat. Not recalled his Ju-88 as yet. Oh, he's bringing it in for another bombing run. He's still got his two 500 kilo bombs. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Probably going to wipe out this. Is he going for the Stug? Oh, he's just dropping it there. Alright, so yeah, he should have. If he'd dropped him right here, then would have wiped out his big light grenadier. Unfortunate there, but nice play there, using the bomber twice. Won't be able to do that again now. There's a Flak 41 coming out for Solaufein. In the north, the Tiger's popping his nose out. Flak 41 will probably take him down though. Doesn't have eyes onto it. Is the MG42 firing onto it? Yeah, the Tiger goes down. It's a very strange position for the Tiger there. Very strange indeed. Jagdli Panzer IV moving out into the open now. Looks like he's fairly blind. Needs some recon up here, needs some infantry to actually spot things for him. But now he's spotted them, should be able to pick them off. Ju-188 coming in from Solaufein. Where's he going? Going for the MG, flying right across all the AA there, and yeah, goes down. Bad move there. In the centre, Solaufein has managed to get his flag. Looking fairly good for him at the moment. We are just a couple of minutes into B phase, so we kind of make a decent push now. Just a case of if he keeps trading in a cost-efficient manner, then he should be doing pretty well against Plop. But it's hard to say who's ahead in terms of points at the moment, looking at what's on here. Both sides taking some heavy losses. Yeah, losing a Tiger in the centre is pretty bad. The Tiger down here is lost as well to another Flak 41. So I think Solaufein might be ahead slightly in terms of points. Yes, he's only had 2 infantry in here. Yeah, it's probably quite a way ahead actually. Falsumjäger have been picked off in the town now. More reinforcements coming in. Stern Pioneer. He really needs some kind of AT weapon down this road, or a tank, some armour, something. Vice versa for Solaufein. Surprised he's not brought out an AT weapon to here to stop any reinforcements coming in. But this could be the decider here. He's still got a tick on as well. Nashorn is now out as well. Yeah, if you can pop this out of cover and get a shot onto this Tiger, where the Tiger's coming really far forward as well. It's a decent chance this Nashorn can take the Tiger down. That'll make things extremely difficult for Plop. Jagdli Panzer, did the other one go down, or is it the same one? It just looks like he was moving it around. What's he doing with this? It would be a good idea if you had some mortars to smoke off this area and try and rush something in. Stern Pioneer slowly going down here. The Shrek is not going to have a good time. The Beg Lights and the Flammenwerfer should be able to take out a Stern Pioneer really quickly. More Falsumjäger coming in. Maybe they're not going to arrive in time though. Yeah, Tiger's in this position, not so good because it's too close really. You want to be at max range with your Tigers if you can. So now someone gets a drop on him, he's going to go down. And he's more than likely going to get a drop on him because, yeah, Plop doesn't have much vision here at all. The Stern Pioneer have managed to fight them. Oh, yeah, as soon as I said it, they died. But Falsumjäger just managed to get in any time. Pack 40 coming out to here as well. It looks like he wants. Not quite sure what that's trying to achieve there. It's worth bringing this out to here if you've got enemy already in your town. Otherwise, no. Not really got a good line of sight onto anything. Plop gets his flag back in the south finally. Are these guys going to unload and deal with this big light? Tiger against Nashorn, and Nashorn gets it. That is the issue. He just didn't have eyes, so we got the drop on him. That's looking pretty bad for Plop at the moment. It's halfway through B phase. Solaufein can afford to push a bit more now, and he's doing so in the far north. But Sturmschützen just getting taken down a little bit here. He has got a double tick on now at least. And we see some artillery pieces in at the back. Are these the bad ones? Oh no, these are the good ones. Oh no, these are bad. These are fairly bad, to say the least. 4 rounds per minute, 20% accuracy. Yeah. Not very effective. They will do some work on this, but there's far more effective artillery. If Plop brings out something else to counter battery, it'll probably take both of these out reasonably quickly. $14.10 is on. Bombing run coming in, but there's enough AA now from Solaufein in the south to repel all of this, I would say. Yep, no luck there. Some counter battery coming out by the looks of it from Plop with the Gebs. And these are 40% accuracy, 4 rounds per minute. So as you can see, basically the same weapon, but far more accurate. They're not on counter battery though. Looks like he just wants to take out this Nashorn. Is that what he's firing at? Yep. And the artillery does pin the Flak 36 here, but yeah, not really doing much damage to it. I think it would be better using the artillery on the town for Plop here, just trying to pepper this area, pin some of Solaufein's infantry in here, and then move up his Fallschirmjäger house by house to gain his flag back if he can. Nashorn does go down. He does have radio here, so making good use of that. There's no radios in here at the moment. Flag 36 on the road now. Bit too far forward, I would say. He needs to put it a bit further back here. Like round about here would be nice, so he can cover down this entire road. And we see Nebelwerfer coming out as well. Maybe trying to go for his MG to sneak this flag. And the artillery from Solaufein now sort of peppering different areas of the map. Going for the flag here. Fallschirmjäger against Big Light Grenadier. And yeah, into the light cover. Lost a lot of men there. These guys might fare a lot better now. On that 1-star Big Light Grenadier, looks like they've got enough firepower to pin the Fallschirmjäger and finish them. Yeah. See, the MP44s are decent enough. And with an extra veterancy, it does make a world of difference as well. And looking seriously, he's really been low in his investment in his own town here, which has been very problematic. Did well to secure his own town in the north and keep hold of that, but this has just been a thorn in his side the entire game. Has he got his artillery firing over there? Nope. Looks like he's really set on gaining the south back again if he can. It's going to be tough though. Another Tiger is coming round. This is the problem with the first Faust. You've just got the Tigers, which are, yeah, in the northern part of the map here, yeah, fairly effective. Can do decent work. Putting one on the road here can do some decent work as well. In this area, they're really just not efficient. Oh, boom, boom. And Nebelwerfer is firing into where? Into the forest here. That's unusual. He hits nothing. I don't know what that's about. Maybe there was something in here that I didn't spot before, which has got killed recently. It seems very strange to use that like that. And it doesn't seem to have... there's another mistake in the build here. So you need to bring this with a transport, a munitions transport, because now it's done. You should always bring it with munitions transport. Then you load it up again, move it, it will reload, and you fire it again and again and again. But 150mm, not much for killing. If you got 2 or 3 of them together, they start to kill things. But the 300mm is the big boom kill Nebelwerfer. But it looks like he just felled some trees. That was about it there. Still desperately trying to get back into the town here. And still not being successful. These Stern Pioneer are going to get picked off by the Schutzen at range. I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, they get spotted. They're going to go down now. Artillery is firing onto the AA still. Don't think that's the right option. Doesn't need to worry too much about the AA at the moment. The Tiger, he can sneak it round here. It'll be okay. Should be moving some infantry across here. It is getting to the point now where he needs to start pushing back. 13-11 down. We are into phase C now, so he does have a slight advantage in terms of the money coming in. It's an extra 10 points. But overall, obviously, his income is not going to catch up to Solaufein for at least another 10 minutes. More artillery coming out. Still not managed to pick off this Flak 41, but again, now it's pinned. If you move the Tiger out here, this could finish this off. But Solaufein can see this already and he's backing it off. Got it on the fallback. Wants to keep it safe. Probably leave it back here. It'll be fine. And artillery firing all over the place here by the looks of it. Again, I'm just trying to pick off the AA. It seems an unusual choice because neither side apparently has much of an air force at the moment, but they're really trying to pick at the AA. We've got more in the south here, and these are firing directly into the town. He has spotted the Falsmig here with the Aufklärer, so yeah, if we can pick them off, that would be nice. But does he have radio? Don't think he has radio in this area at the moment. No, oh yeah, he does. Tell a lie, yeah, he's got his Pioneer Fuhrer in here, yeah, so might have some luck here a little bit. Needs a lucky shot on it though. Generally I'll be aiming more for this area because this is, you're more likely to have something in the church and in these buildings. But he can see that, just can't hit it. It's too far back. (13-11) still held. Still coming in here piecemeal. Plop. I don't think he can afford much more armour now. Can probably get in a Jagd Panzer IV somewhere around here. So 105 points when he's getting 90 per tick. He could save up and bring one in here. It would help out a lot, I feel. An MG or an IG back here as well. Could be really good for picking off this infantry. All his artillery is now focusing on this town. Like I say, I think he should have been doing this a while ago. This could be effective. He really needs to get the flag back here. And 3 Stugs coming in from his opponent. And where did they go? Oh, 1 coming to the central town. 2 coming out here. I guess he's going to bring out his infantry here so he can get eyes onto this MG and pick it off with his tanks. And we do see munitions in now for the Nebelwerfer. I imagine he's going to be trying to fire that down into this central town region, try and get this flag, or possibly over here. Oh yeah, for Plop looks to be like way behind now. There was a huge amount of points in the south. Wow, wow, wow. Jagd Panzer IV and a Tiger E coming to the south. Looks like he was sitting on a lot of points here. And I'm not sure why they are coming to this position. Is he just wanting to bring them all the way around here like so? To avoid this Flak 41. Ju-188 coming in. SDKFZ. Is he going to pin it? Probably. Just about. Fighter may finish him off if he can get past the AA. Is he going to get him? Oh, nearly. Might still go down, this JU. It's heavily damaged. Just about gets out. Yeah, Plop definitely feeling the pressure now. Huge bind of infantry here. I don't think he needs to unload all of these, though. He's not unloading them all. Yeah, just bring them round here. Can probably gain this flag if he keeps sweeping through like so. And might have some serious luck in the south. Meanwhile in the town, he's like still, threadbare in the town. He's bringing in an MG round here as well. Very good move. I was just saying that would be a good idea. And Solaufein doing exactly what I thought he was doing. Bringing out his Schutzen to reveal the MG42. Then the Stugs are just driving in. And it's 14-10 now. Plop not looking too good. Nebelwerfer firing into the rear of the town here. Looks like he's going to completely remove all the infantry from here. Artillery fire doing some work. Needs to move these Tigers. All this armour sat back here is not doing a lot at the moment. If he can push through back here, then he has a bit of a chance. He's 15-9 now. Needs to unload these further back here. Secure this flag. Forget about this one for now. Then hope on gaining these two if he can. There's MG, Suchan, Stug Leader coming in as well. It's going to be tough for Plop to do this. He's still bringing in lots of infantry. Fallschirmjäger coming in now. I'm not sure why he's bringing them to here. Could be unloading them much further up. Getting some surrenders in as well. And now it's just an attack move. All his infantry across the open. Which will be effective, but they're just going to move very slowly. Needs to bring his Tiger out. Definitely needs to bring the armour out to here. If these Stugs get into the back line, I think that's going to be game. LG-42 coming out. Again, these weapons are phenomenal. Looks like Plop just forgot about them. And the artillery, is it going to pick off the Nebelwerfer? Ooh, got a munitions wagon. Nice pick off there. One more stray shell on that, we'll get it. That'll be a nice pick off. Not quite. I'm sure it's going to go down soon though. In the south, this is what matters now. Back to the single tick, 6 minutes. Can take these two flags, he has a chance. Tigers are moving up now. Needs to sort of be fast moving these forward, I would say. Get them up into this area, cover the road. Secure this flag to start with, then keep pushing. Possibly bring a Tiger up to here as well to cover this road. And in doing so, could then set up an attack into this town a bit better, because he won't be able to reinforce it, Solaufein, if his reinforcement road is cut off. A lot of artillery in this game. None of this is put on counter battery, which is surprising. The Flak 41 goes down. Jagd Panzer IV moving up. Plop might be able to break him now. There's 20 minutes remaining in the game. He's got enough time to win this. Fallschirmjäger might actually get... He's going to get it with a Faust. Going to get stuck with a Faust. No, he got pinned. Got pinned and he's like slightly inaccurate. Flak 43 is going to go down here, I think, to infantry. Oh no, he's going to pin that as well. Much more infantry coming through. Stug backs off. Tiger's moving through. Plop has really got to put his foot to the pedal now. A little bit of a desperation call in, I would say, here. Is he just hoping this is really light in terms of infantry? Be much better off pushing further, more in the south. Tigers need to move up. The Nebelwerfer did survive. Really needs to move these forward more. 14:10. Just under 4 minutes left. I think all of this might die here. It's going to be a huge waste of points. And in the north, looks like Plop has just not been spending his points. And meanwhile, Solaufein has pushed through into the north here. The Active Panzer Force should be able to help clear this out a little bit. The infantry coming in. It's going to struggle getting through that with the MG support. And there's more files from coming out centre. You've just been sitting on too many points here. Needs to unload his infantry now. Pupchin could be moving up over here, picking off this Stug. There's a lot for Plop to take in at the moment. He needs 2 more flags. He might get the centre here. This was a desperate run, but it might pay off. Is the artillery firing into the town? It is. It's a good chance he's going to get this flag back. Then he just needs 1 more back here. It's not moving up the Tigers. Been distracted in the north. This Stug moves up. Is he moving? He's not moving. Oh, he's moving the Pumpkin forward now, but now the Schutzen are coming up. But the LG should be able to pick between the LG and the Pumpkin. Will he be able to deal with these? No. LG 42. I think it's going to get picked off. It's too close as well. Lost the flag there. 15-9 is back on. Plop not quite managed to get back into here. The push in the south's fairly successful, but it just needs to keep it going a bit more. The armour's practically done with now. He has gained the flag back in the town. Just a minute and a half left. Looks like the game is over now. Just seems that what Plop has done here, he's been sat on too many points, not been buying in reinforcements quickly enough. Again, something I used to struggle with as a new player. Be sat on like hundreds and hundreds of points. He's going to gain this flag back. He's getting to 13-10. Oh no, it's over. He's surrendered. But in terms of trades, was it fairly even? Possibly. Yeah, fairly even. It was just a case of he didn't bring his units in quickly enough. He was busy fighting the battles rather than bringing in reinforcements. Alrighty. I'm going to call it a day there because I feel sick now. I'm going to go and lie down. But I might be back later, but possibly not. Alright, so yeah, bye bye. Time to die.